It's a technical every time. I don't see the league doing that. I think it's good for the game so that star players or meaningful players, ones that play specifically on defense, they have to have responsibility for what it is that they're doing on the floor. And if they're overly aggressive...
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Augustine passes to Parsons. No good again that time.
And already it's taken out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt. And right now they're just focused on putting together good possession.
That is exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
And Harrell, wide open, he shoots. Misses, and he wants that one back.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession. Bucks trail by 7. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Pass to Matthews. 1:15 left to play in the first. Here's Lamb. Tries again. The shot misses. And Detroit the other way now.
If he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
Ball against Augustine. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
And you got to get up tighter than that. Some players you can give that much room to, but not him.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Bucks. They trail by 9 points. Now here's Matthews, guarded closely. No good from Lamb.
They've been sensational on the backcourt to start this game.
And it's good for 2. And the Pistons lead by 11.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Here's Augustine. Detroit with the rebound. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
Look, Kevin, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
Bucks trail by 11. Back to Harrell. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Detroit holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. Already a superstar. Antetokounmpo talked about how
just to focus on the court.
I think he's already a top 5 player with his skill set and physical tools. He can be an all-time great.
He's shown the dedication. I think he's only going to get better.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And the Pistons have been rolling right along, haven't they?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you can't be careless with your shot selection out there because some of them are getting thrown back.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Jeremy Lamb out there with DJ Augustine. And then there's Antetokounmpo. Then there's Chandler Parsons. And it's Matthews in at the 3 spot. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Giannis Antetokounmpo is the reigning MVP. He's the second Bucks player to win it since Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and he's the third youngest MVP in league history. Kevin, he's just scratching the surface of what he'll do in this league.
You said it, DA, and some good facts in your report, too. Thank you. Well, you just watched Levine play, and you can see the athleticism he possesses. Greg just explodes anytime he wants to.
And guys, with Levine, the speed and first step had always been there for him. But you can see the strength he's added to his game since his rookie year whenever he goes at the rim.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
The Pistons shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
And Hield is a player who you love to see take trips to the free throw line, as consistent as he is there.
Rudy Gay's checked in for the Bucks. And Parsons kicks to Antetokounmpo. And finished off by Parsons.
A great floor awareness says that Antetokounmpo has a sense for when the D has overcommitted or shifted his way, and then he finds where his teammate is open on the floor.
Drains the three-pointer.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Parsons, right side. Outside, Lamb. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Bucks working the ball around. They get it back. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And that one good. Hield's got the lead up to 13 now for the Pistons.
Well, the more Fox does that, the more he's going to be looked at like a leader.
Giannis passes to Gay. Parsons with it. Leonard picks him up. Lamb against Hield. To Lamb. Pocket 6. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. Pistons leading by 13. Outside, Levine. Banked in off the glass. Levine's got his third basket of the night right there.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Hield against Lamb. And Parsons kicks to Lamb. Wants to get it to Antetokounmpo and does.
Yeah, you can throw that pass just about anywhere, Kevin. Even the top of the square for Giannis to go and get.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Augustine against Fox. And they call an illegal screen here.
Well, Mike Budenholzer winning the Coach of the Year for the second time. Just has such a great mind offensively and came in with a new system for this entire roster, one that they embraced very early on. I think it was really important last year, training camp, establishing that type of confidence and carried them through for the entire year.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Ayton, he's checked in for Gobert. Collins comes in for Levine, and George is subbed in for Buddy Hield. Gay against Leonard. Gay scanning the floor. Bledsoe passes to Giannis. Here's Bledsoe at the elbow. Right side, Fournier. Over George. Fournier's shot is off. And for the Milwaukee Bucks, Budenholzer, a big reason they were a top offense last season.
Well, we talk a lot about Bud ball. You add Giannis and Antetokounmpo in there, and Bud's ability to pair Giannis's unique skill set to the way that he wanted to play, it really changed a lot of what they did offensively, and it felt very, very seamless.
Doomboy is checked in for Detroit. John Wall comes in for De'Aaron Fox.
You can't toss up the weak stuff
transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set, and you can get some easy baskets here.
Detroit leading by 15. Here's Doumbouya, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
This is when length becomes a massive, massive positive. What a shot block by Giannis.
Bledsoe kicks to Giannis. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on Collins.
And no doubt, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. For Milwaukee, they have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
Milwaukee with the rebound. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And the foul called on the Detroit Pistons. Brent, offensive versatility, all the rage now. Which guards do you think do the best job of generating offense with their back to the basket?
I don't know so much as these guys are playing with their back to the basket, Kevin, so much as they're finding ways to get the ball without a dribble at about 15 feet away from the basket. So one dribble, you're at the rim. They're very effective at the mid-range. Chris Paul and DeMar DeRozan have had tremendous efficiency from those areas on the floor. So those are the kind of players that put some pressure on your defense because they're starting their offense so close to the basket, and they're effective with which they do it. Not on the post, not on the perimeter, and they're finding ways to be impactful.
And Wall. Here we go now. The pass to George. Here's Doumbouya. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 4 assists in the game.
That's one way to extend the lead. Continue to light it up from long range. They have all the confidence in the world right now from the three-point line.
It's a huge night for Giannis Antetokounmpo at the offensive end of the floor. At length and athleticism, just proving to be too much for any defensive scheme.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Bucks trail by 15.
Bucks trail by 15.
Antetokounmpo looking over the floor.
Antetokounmpo.
The Bucks working the ball around.
George.
Stolen.
Allez, George!
Here's Doumbouya. And that one, good. Doumbouya's got 7 now in this quarter.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes it back.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
Anunoby. A putback. Great positioning on the putback.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Ayton finds Collins. On deep, George. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Giannis has got 6 rebounds in the game.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
The Pistons shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. The first one falls. And he makes both free throws.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
With 1 on the clock, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Detroit Pistons. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the
2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson. Detroit finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They are way out in front, leading by 17. Kenny. And that'll about do it as...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard. The second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half. I'm wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
You got DeAndre Ayton. Paul George is out there with De'Aaron Fox. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Collins in at the 4. They're the group for Dwayne Casey starting the second half. Down low, here's Antetokounmpo, and another basket to his impressive total. It's his 9th against 12 attempts.
It's pretty good focus. Giannis gets in there. Tough to rattle him a little bit. I don't know if he even saw that guy. Superb concentration.
2 seasons at Indiana for OG Anunoby, and the 23rd pick of the 2017 draft. Great talk about his game.
You know, NBA ready physically from day one. Still working for consistency with the shooting, especially at the free throw line. But I like his potential as a two-way player.
And Brent, when you watch Eric Bledsoe go to the rim, you just have to admire what an incredible finisher he is.
Bledsoe, I think, has always relied on the fact that his physical stature, not in terms of his height at 6'1", but his width and strength allows him to go in there and be a bit of a bulldog, to get contact and to make things happen. So never has shied away from that.
Passes it to Harrell. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Back to Bledsoe. And the rejection by Collins.
Ward dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Leonard and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
With his developing handle, Leonard now has defenders at his mercy when on the bounce.
Bucks trail by 16. Pass to Harrell. He kicks to Giannis. Back to Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. George finds Fox. That ball has speed that time for George. George has got his 6th assist on the night. And it's Bledsoe with the ball for the Milwaukee Bucks. Fournier against George. The shot's good from Fournier.
What a great option he gives them on every possession.
Here's Leonard, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Leonard's got 10 points.
It's still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
Bucks have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Giannis dishes to Harrell. Kicks it to Fournier. Inside, poked away. Bledsoe passes to Antetokounmpo. That one goes in. Giannis has got 4 points this quarter.
He's been terrific tonight, and with a little help from the other guys on the floor, they might be able to turn this game around.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
Well, he's always been about speed, even back to his college days at Kentucky. And he's learned how to harness some of that on the offensive end of the floor. De'Aaron Fox picking his spots and looking for areas where he can get to be a little bit more effective.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for 8. And Zach LaVine subbed in for Paul George. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Rudy Gay's checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Chandler Parsons comes in for OG Anunoby. Lamb is checked in for Evan Fournier. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Eric Bledsoe.
And that athleticism has always been a big part of LaVine's game. He makes dunking look easy.
And Brent, you talk about Fox in the draft. Was viewed as a defensive player.
Well, pretty interesting considering what we've watched over the course of the last year and a half. De'Aaron Fox just out in the fast break and in transition. You wonder if the way the game has changed, Kevin, in the past 3 years, it's allowing a player with the skill set of De'Aaron Fox to really flourish in playing open floor stop.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. Those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. And some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you.
Well, he's dialed in right now in the in-between game. I'd love to see Rudy Gay capitalize there.
And Gobert kicks to Levine. Pass to Leonard. To the middle. Here's Gobert. Rebound. Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's got 8 rebounds in this game. The try by Gay. Gobert with the defensive effort.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
On the wing, Giannis. Just 5 on the clock. Oh, good on that one. Collins with some nice D. Here's Leonard. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
Defense shaking their heads. No idea how to stop him in this quarter. He's got him on the ropes.
Antetokounmpo dishes to Parsons. The pass to Lamb. Parsons against Leonard. To Lamb. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. That's good from Gay, and this is from Antetokounmpo. And that's now 10 points for Gay. Now a timeout called by Detroit. Wesley Matthews checked in for Chandler Parsons. Pistons leading by 21. Ball passes to Levine. Lets the 3 fly. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far. Shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
And he's the guy that you want to go to right now trying to put this one away. There are only 2 players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Shot from 12. A rebound by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got 9 rebounds now tonight. A pass to Gay. Lays it in on the pretty alley-oop.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Goes back up. It's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. 1:31 left to play here in the third. And Wall kicks to Levine. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Doumbouya. That one a drops in for him.
Yeah, he's got to knock that down if you give it to him. Uncompetitive there defensively.
Defense also looking defeated. The lack of hustle is driving the coaching staff a little bit batty right now.
Giannis outside. And the jink by Antetokounmpo.
I think Giannis loves that kind of stuff right there. His dunks sometimes get vicious.
Doumbouya dishes to Gobert. Outside, Levine. Passes to Doumbouya. It's the Antetokounmpo. Here's Augustine. Rebound, Detroit.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
On some changes here for the Bucks. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Fournier comes in for Jeremy Lamb. And Eric Bledsoe subbed in for Augustine. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Bledsoe against Wall. Outside Matthews. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Matthews has got his first 3 points of the game.
And he is not shy about pulling the trigger from downtown. Matthews has the eye and the confidence from three-point range that you just love to see.
Levine's got 14 points.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. And so is Detroit with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Dan, he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Doesn't happen with every point guard in the league as far as setting your teammates up. Lots more scorers now, but right there creating the scoring opportunity for his teammate.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. On the floor for Milwaukee, starting the fourth quarter. Rudy Gay is out there with Montrezl Harrell. Then it's Evan Fournier. Then there's Bledsoe. And it's Anunoby in at the three, the small forward. And the first one at the line is good. Well, we have seen some players refuse to speak to the media. For whatever reason, where should that line be drawn?
Well, there is a role and a responsibility, I think, of every player in the league, Kevin, given that it's an entertainment industry and that people have jobs around this league to tell stories, to have access to those players. Now, every player doesn't want to talk or get into certain things, but their availability should be made and people should have access to them. Look, I don't want to take out the trash every Tuesday, but I understand I've got to do it at home. And so players have a responsibility to their franchise to be a voice at times.
I always thought you were terrific with the media.
Well, I appreciate that, Kevin. Maybe that's how I got this job.
And Gay is just so crafty inside, forcing the defense to hit him in the paint.
That's good from Rudy Gay.
Rudy Gay.
And so he makes both from the line. Detroit leading by 19 points. Here's Wall, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And in the post, Wall's got a pretty well-developed game for a point guard. He can navigate his way through the big bodies with very few problems.
And that one misses. Well, it has been a long road back from injury for John Wall, Greg. The heel issue followed by the Achilles tear.
And you just hope that Wall can make a full recovery and get back to the player he once was. Provides so much with his speed and playmaking as well as scoring.
Yeah, the defense there in chill mode. We all know he can burn them from three-point range.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. And Fournier kicks to Anunoby. Shot clock at 5. Lets it go with the three. Rebound by John Wall.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Yeah, you got to like how he hustled the guard out on the perimeter, definitely respecting the shooting ability.
Bucks trail by 21. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Near the three-point line, it's Bledsoe. Knocks down the step-back J.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
It's Wall with the drop. Jumboya gets a wide open look. And good. Coming off the assist by Wall. And it's now 23 points for Sekou Jumboya. And it's Bledsoe with the ball for the Milwaukee Bucks. Outside Fournier. He feeds it to Harrell. Unloads from 13. Count it. Good.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around. Keep it moving. Try to get an assist on every bucket.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. Something Commissioner Silver has mentioned, Brent, the possibility of a mid-season tournament. Ever see that happening?
It'd be interesting to see if that idea grows some legs here, Kevin, and adopting what it is that in soccer leagues in Europe have done for many years, because teams hone in on what those individual mean and competition raises, and you earn something for the end of the year. If Commissioner Silver can find a way to get that done, it becomes very intriguing instead of an all-star weekend to have teams gather for a mid-season tournament something on the line. Elevated competition.
Well, kids play that in high school. They play that in the college level. It would make sense that it could fit in the NBA as well.
It'd be interesting, and especially halfway through the year, to reinvigorate your fan base with something like that, I think would be great.
Good point. Here's Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
A lot of times we talk about good passing, but accurate passing is a huge quality of a good pass, and Leonard did it there.
Bledsoe passes to Harrell. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Back to Bledsoe. That one off the back iron and out.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive. And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And so it's Milwaukee now. Pass to Anunoby. Ball's knocked loose, and it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard. A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Leonard with the steal. And now here's George, the
And the claw at work, just one reason why he's always a threat to lead the league in steals. Jump starts the fast break there.
Here's Augustine. Brett, when a team hires a new coach, what tends to be the feelings of the players in that locker room, knowing there's a new voice in there?
If you are a veteran player, you have the opportunity, more than likely, Kevin, to call 5 or 6 resources that know who that coach is. Because most of the time, coaches that are getting hired have previous NBA experience. If you're a younger player, you're looking at what it is that's being written and said about that coach to try to evaluate how it is that you're going to fit in. The biggest responsibility, Kevin, is that new coach trying to get as many of those players into the facility or at a meeting or at a dinner to have them understand from day one, as soon as possible, what it is that they're about, what it is he's expecting from them, and how it is he's going to go about them. Then all the other things about guesswork, those go away.
Right. All about communication.
That communication, and communication as quick as you possibly can. That's an important factor.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Pass to Parsons. Defended by George. Over to the left wing. 5 to shoot. Here's Augustine. It's good from about 19 feet. Detroit's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Does it feel good as a big man like Ayton to throw it down? You bet it does.
Bucks have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Fox with the steal. And it's Fox with the jam.
On both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Leonard attacking and finished off by Leonard.
That's the power and strength he brings. Kawhi able to absorb the contact. I'm not even sure if he felt it and still knocks it down.
So for the Pistons, Lance Stephenson's checked in for 8. Hield comes in for George. And Morris subbed in for Fox. Matthews, he's checked in for the Bucks. The pass to Swanigan. He kicks it to Parsons. Milwaukee, no good that time either. The Pistons shooting the lights out in this building, 68% from the field.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Pistons.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going in for the sweep the next time they face off.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Leonard.
It felt like there was more than one of him out there tonight. He was involved on every possession, and he made his presence felt in so many ways.
Pass to Swanigan. Overhealed, hits the jump hook.
The defense just too soft on that possession. You have to be closer and contest at the rim.
To the inside, here's Collins. No good there. Now the Bucks take it the other way. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Carson's shot is off.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
Completely lost focus. You can't get two steps ahead.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Here's Nader. Sweet little floater.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like one.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up.